All right, let's move on to part 3. And so these days, people from different generations live together. Do you think this is a problem?
Mm, yes, I think it is a problem because in different generation, there are different cultures and ideas in their life. For example, in China, um, grandparents like to uh, want to give the best things to their grandson or granddaughter, and um, never talk to them loudly. But actually, I think most children um, need need to be educated by older generations. So at the same time, parents want to tell the children what to need to learn and what to or what is didn't to learn. It is the difference between two generations.
Okay. And why do some children get spoiled at home?
Mm, there are several reasons. First of all, in China, um, in the past, just there are policies made by government, and we just have only child in each family. So older generations will sport at will sport to their child. Secondly, I think most parents want to provide better um, materials to their children. So I think that's the reason why.
Okay. And do young adults in your country like to communicate with old people?
I think most young people in my country like to communicate with older peoples. For example, in China, most old people like to dancing in the square, and actually, there are noise to most young people because young people feel always feel tired when after working. So young adults like to compare with the old people about the time and the songs.
Okay. How much do you think people should be responsible for the welfare of their own parents?
Pardon?
That's a tough question. How much do you think people should be responsible for the welfare of their own parents?
Their own parents. I think most people should be responsible for their own parents, because in traditional Chinese cultures, when we grow up, during that times, our parents took care of us, and they spent a lot of time and money to taking care of their children. In return, when we, as the adult, we should do the same things for our parents.
Okay, good. And do you think family relationships are important?
Oh yes, I think family relationship is very important for me, because I think uh, family members we couldn't choice, but friend we can't. And then uh, our family member most nice to us, and they prefer to take care of us when we was a child. Took care of us when we was a child, and when we was children. And I think family is more important.
Okay, good. All right. So again, pretty good ideas and pretty good content, but we're starting to get more and more of these tiny little mistakes. I wonder, we've already been going almost an hour. Maybe it's a little bit of feeling tired. But let's go through them. And most of these you will recognize. So in their lives, most children, and this pronunciation, could you say this for me? Educated.
Educated.
Yeah, make sure we've got this last syllable there. Educated.
Educated.
There you go. At the same time, what we need to learn, and let's see, what we need to learn and what we don't.
To learn.
Yeah. Or, yeah, that works. What we need to learn and what we don't need to learn. It is the difference between the two generations. The difference.
Difference.
And let's see.
No S.
Yeah, this came up a couple times. You're kind of adding S or D to the end of things, even with actually. Yeah, actually, all of the ones in here were just something a little extra that you added that you should remove.
Danger. Dance is not right.
To dance, right? No, not dance.
To do something. To dance.
Right. Like to do something. If you want, you could say most older people like dancing. Right. Exactly. So let's see. In the past, there was, it should be was, a policy, right, made by the government. I would say we can just have, or we could just have one child in each family. And then older generations spoil their children and provide better materials for their children. Okay. In traditional Chinese culture, during that time, taking care of their children, and in return, as adults.
Oh, as adults.
Yeah, as adults, we should. Okay. And then family relationships are important. They couldn't choose. Yeah, this, I'm going to rewrite this part and just say we can't choose our family members, but we can choose our friends.
Okay.
Yeah. And our family members are, sorry, this should be to us. Our family members are most nice. Let's see, I'm going to change this. Our family members treat us the best.
Treat us the best.
Yeah. And when we were children.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, I think again, most of your mistakes are coming from this kind of singular, plural, the words and then the verbs to match.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I would say as you're practicing this, practice it nice and slow and really focus on getting those correct. Yeah. When you were young, did you learn any kind of musical instrument?
No.
No. Okay. Okay. I learned how to play the piano when I was young. And what I heard, like the most important thing when I was playing the piano, I wanted to go quickly. I wanted to play quickly, but I would make a lot of mistakes. And if you
Yes.
play quickly and make mistakes, you are not actually improving at all. So what my piano teacher told me is play it very slowly and perfectly, and then play it a little bit faster and perfectly, a little bit faster and perfectly, a little bit faster and perfectly. It's kind of it's not very fun. It's not a very interesting way to learn. But when you're trying to fix these little mistakes that you're making, it's really important to slow down when you practice and practice really slow until it's perfect, and then a little bit faster, and then a little bit faster, and then a little bit faster. Okay?
Okay. But I think I speak very slow
Right
now.
now, we're like, if you're trying to focus on fixing the grammar, I don't mean on the exam, but while you're practicing at home,
Oh,
right?
yes.
So now,
Okay.
now you kind of, you know how to say what you want to say with your ideas. So now while you're practicing at home, say this nice and slow, right? Nice and slow, really focus on saying it correctly. And
Correctly
then
center.
practice it again, just a little bit faster. And then practice it again, just a little bit faster.
Oh,
It's that
yeah.
kind of like training that you need to work on in your own free time. Okay?
Oh, okay. Just practice the right sentence again and again.
That's right. Nice and slow at first, and then faster and faster.
Okay.